So you want to build your own lightsaber, but you don't know how to weld, machine, or program a soundboard. Not to worry, we got something in store for you. Greetings, knowledge seekers, the Force is with you. My name is Priyon Joni, and you're watching Lightsaber Culture. In today's video, we're going to show you 4 ways you can build your own lightsaber. Now, before we start, the difference between customizing an existing lightsaber versus building your own is the ability to choose the parts you want from the ground up. There are saber companies that sometimes offer sabers that are made to order and or offer extensive customization. But today, we're specifically covering building one from available parts without the need to fabricate parts from scratch. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so we can keep growing this channel and spreading lightsaber culture to our communities. Number 1, if you ever visit any of the 2 Disney parks that have a Galaxy's Edge, check out Savi's workshop. For $250, you're treated to a full immersive in-universe experience while choosing a kyber crystal for your blade color along with parts from 4 available styles. I don't want to spoil the entire experience, you gotta at least try it once. These are 2 sabers from our experience. This one has the parts all apart. Let me put it back together. And the LED lightsaber blades that are used with this one are also compatible with most of the legacy lightsabers, which are the character sabers from another shop at Galaxy's Edge called Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. If you want to preview what your saber could look like before your experience, you can build a mock-up using this third-party tool from Fanporium. Now, the available parts per style are limited. However, they have gone through updates since the experience began. The experience also includes a saber sling sheath that is comfortable to take around the park. Now, these are pretty heavy lightsaber hilts, so the carrying case comes in really useful. Now, it's sometimes hard to get a booking in advance, but you can often book the same day through the Walt Disney World app or the Disneyland app when you walk into the Galaxy's Edge area. Feel free to watch our first Savi's Workshop experience right here. Number 2, Saber Forge is one of the earliest lightsaber vendors in the United States that offer custom saber building. In fact, my first time at their old showroom was in 2016, and they moved to a bigger showroom in 2017, which is when I had built Jade's engagement saber with an accessible kyber crystal chamber for her engagement ring. They let you choose from several high-quality parts, and they assemble in-house. Their parts, which they call adaptive saber parts or ASP, are unique, and you don't really see them from any other vendor or reseller. To ensure a solid build, they glue and lock the parts together. You as the owner can't really take it apart easily without having them service it. Their sabers are pretty solid and can be upgraded. Now, you can piece together your saber at their showroom or place in your custom order online. And remember, they assemble the saber for you, and shipping does take time. You do have a choice of just receiving an empty hilt or having electronics with no sound, all the way up to a pixel tier. And they offer weathering as well. It's a dated video, but you can watch the engagement saber I had built over here. Number 3, Vire Sabers is a popular online build-a-saber website that specializes in sabers and parts by LGT Saber Studios, Variable Hilt Components or VHC. LGT Saber Studios is a leading overseas lightsaber and parts wholesaler whose products you see through multiple vendors and resellers like Dark Wolf Sabers and Imperial Workshop. Rather than only selling you a pre-built saber, Vire offers you the option to piece together your own unique custom lightsaber from VHC parts. So check out how I can interchange some of these parts. So I just switched the grip sections here, but basically you can choose to piece together all the parts that you want to make your own custom build. Now, some of these parts are actually compatible with existing LGT sabers, as I just showed you, and sometimes even compatible with other sabers from popular wholesalers like TXQ, because they often use the same threading size. Unlike Saber Forge, these parts and sabers are more commonly found, and they are not glued upon construction. In fact, they're meant to be user customizable even after you receive the saber, similar to Savi's Workshop lightsabers, but with way more parts available. If you want to upgrade your baselit lightsaber to a NeoPixel or pop in a different emitter, you can easily do that. And it's not hard to turn 2 lightsabers into a saber staff either. If you have 1 female and 1 male grip section, now you have a saber staff. If you have 2 of the same connectors, all you have to do is get one of the couplers to be able to connect 2 of them together. Now, Vire Sabers is online only, so piecing your saber requires piecing it together on their website. Now, if you prefer your Saber building experience to be hands-on, you gotta check out WC Outpost in West Des Moines, Iowa, owned by Mike and Marjorie Cheffin. They recently opened up a shop where you have the option to piece together your own Saber in person. While their shop is here in Iowa, they do also appear at several conventions around the Midwest, offering Build-A-Saber at their vendor booth with a variety of different VHC parts. I met them at Des Moines Con, and they've appeared twice at the Star Wars-centric 605 Pop Culture Con in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. They've also been to Planet Comic Con in Kansas City, Missouri. Mike and Marjorie have always been really helpful with my Saber maintenance and have even weathered one of my Sabers for me. I joked around that their shop is my personal Apple Genius Bar for lightsaber tech support. So if you're ever in Iowa, specifically in Des Moines, be sure to come visit their shop. Or if you're ever at one of the cons they appear at, look for the Whimsy Cellar or WC Saber sign. Check out my reel of the grand opening of their store. Now, these 4 options are just the ones that I've come across, but I want to hear about other Saber building options. If there are any other vendors you think are worth checking out, tag them in the comment section below and we'll take a look at them.